All right, guys. So if you haven't heard, governor, slash dictator, right? He's one of the big three dictators. You got Cuomo, right? Who's probably about to lose his job, right? If he can hold out. You have Gretchen Whitmer, who, we don't know what's going to happen to her, but the Republicans in her state are trying to get rid of her. Who knows? She may have a nursing home scandal on her hands. We'll see about that coming up soon. But and then you have the third dictator, right? Gavin Newsom, who's the governor of California, whom may get recalled because it appears that the recall efforts have enough signatures to trigger a special election. Okay, and really at this point they're just going through the signature verification process in order to finalize that. Okay, so this guy right here might be back on the campaign trail sooner rather than later. And you know what happens when you get back on the campaign trail? You gotta become extra woke again. You gotta be super duper woke. Okay, and Senator Dianne Feinstein, who is basically as old as dust, right? I think she's like 87 years old, right? Term limits, guys. Term limits, age limits. But Senator Dianne Feinstein, who's a senator from California, she was opposite of Kamala Harris. She, again, like I said, is getting up there in age, right? So basically, the Democrats want to replace her sooner rather than later. Okay, and there's some talk that some people want her to resign or to step down before the next election, so that the Democrats have an opportunity to kind of put somebody in there that they want without necessarily having to go through the election process. Right? It sounds very Democratic, right? That's a part of the strategy. But Miss Dianne Feinstein has pushed back on this idea. She says she's not ready to retire or step down yet. However, we'll see, right? She has until 2024, right? So Joy Reid, who's probably a part of this effort, right? She's really just a pawn of the Democrat Party, is going to ask Gavin Newsom about his potential replacement for her, right? If she does step down, who is he thinking about appointing in her place? Okay, and his answer, guys, is not going to be surprising. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay, we are out of time. I have to go to a break, but this is a yes or no answer that you could give me. If in fact Dianne Feinstein were to retire, will you nominate an African-American woman to restore the seat that Kamala Harris is no longer in the United States Senate? And do you have a name in mind?
I have multiple names in mind. We have multiple names in mind, and the answer is yes.
Okay, Governor Gavin Newsom, thank you very much. Really.
All right, so you guys heard it, right? Joy Reid asked him, are you going to replace Kamala Harris in the Senate, right? And it's just so funny how they word this stuff. We lost a black woman in the Senate. She became vice president. So that's bad, right? That's bad. We got to replace her, right? No, we don't have to replace her ideas, right? We don't need to replace her with somebody that's just as qualified, right? We got to replace her with somebody that's the same color. You know what's funny? I wonder, would nominating an Indian candidate be enough to satisfy Joy Reid? Would it be an Indian woman? Would an Indian woman serve as a adequate replacement for Kamala? Because Kamala is half Indian. Okay, and if you say anything else, then I'm going to assume that you subscribe to the one drop rule, which, according to you guys, the super woke revolutionaries, is racist, automatically classifying people as black based off if they have any black in them. That seems to be what Kamala is benefiting from, right? For as much as these people want to complain about it, they sure love to benefit from it. Because again, I wonder, why did she not ask him whether or not he would nominate either a black or Indian woman? Okay? But guys, we all know how silly this conversation is. Our society seems to be less meritocratic every single day. It seems that we are now organized our society based off population, right? And, you know, which groups are the largest and the smallest. And we just organize based off that, right? If a black woman leaves the Senate, we gotta replace her with another black woman, right? And you notice how she said black woman, okay? Black woman. Didn't say black man, didn't say woman in general. It had to be a black woman. At the end of the day, I have no issues with a black woman taking that seat, right? I'd be happy if a black woman took that seat. However, what I'm more concerned about than race and gender is qualifications, especially because this person is not being elected. This person is being selected, okay? This is not somebody that got elected among them peers. This is somebody that is going to be selected by the Democrats and the governor of California. I would hope that they would put somebody there that's going to be qualified, because they're going to be a senator, right? I want the most qualified person they can find to fill that seat, regardless of their race. Their race is not a qualification. Now, again, I get it. It's one thing if, you know, this was actually like an election, right? Where they was actually electing that person because, you know, whether you guys like it or not, identity politics dominates elections. Elections is all about identity politics on both sides. But when it comes to an opportunity to select, right, just like any of Biden's cabinet positions, right, I want to select the most qualified person, regardless of race or gender. What is so controversial about that? What is so controversial about that? Why is it that Joy Reid just couldn't ask him, do you have anybody in mind? Who do you have in mind? That's all she had to ask. But she had to make it a loaded question, asking if he's going to nominate specifically a black woman. Didn't even say India. Okay? And Gavin Newsom, right, being in the hot water that he's in, he got to stir up the wokeness, right? He got to turn it up, turn it all the way up, right? Because he got to show the voters, right, that, hey, I'm super woke, right? And you know what else he did? He also blamed the recall effort. Guess who he blamed it on? Guess who? White people, right? He blamed it on white people. It's the white man's fault, right, that he is getting recalled. It's not his poor management, right? It's not his job performance. It's not that fact that people are dissatisfied with how he's handled things. It's not that. It's not that. It is the white supremacists. Those are the people that are responsible, right? And this is how these Democrats operate, okay? I mean, they take identity politics to a whole new level, okay? They take it to a whole new level, right? You know, and that's the thing that really bothers me about the Democrats. There's no place they will not go with these type of politics. They will elevate people just based off race. They will pass blame based off race. They'll try to organize society based off race. Everything to them is based off race. And again, like I've been telling you guys, I'm going to wonder, when white people become the minority, are we going to see the same trend? Are we going to get to a point where it's like, oh, no, we got to nominate a white person. Oh, no, we got to have white graduations. Oh, no, we got to have affirmative action for white folks. You know, next thing you know, 50, 60, 70 years from now, white people will be like, where are reparations at? For all the discrimination that happened, right, during the early 2000s, right? Where are reparations? We need it. We the minority now. I just wouldn't be surprised. All I'm saying. You know, I just wish that he just said, listen, for as much as we want to be diverse, more than anything, we want to select the best candidate. We want to put the best candidate in office, and because they're serving as United States senators, and then let the people decide whether or not they should stay. That's all he needed to say. But, you know, the man potentially has an election to win. So we'll see if it works. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.